Hey guys, welcome back to the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel. Glad you guys can make it this Tuesday. Perigo Life Notes in the chat already. What's cracking, Mr. Tool Guy? Hey, what's cracking over there, Perigo Life Notes? Hope everything's fine with you. Uh, just back at it again. Want to get into a nice, edifying conversation about, goals and plans and why they are so important. Okay, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Ever heard that? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That means even if you're just taking it easy in life, you're planning to fail at whatever you desire to do in life, desire to accomplish. If you're not making, uh, you know, steps every day towards that goal, you're pretty much committing suicide on your goals, and that's a sad thing. That's a sad thing, guys. Appreciate you coming on in here. Usually, I try to wait around before I dive into the conversation, but I'm going to jump right into it. Don't forget, it's sponsored by Calibrate.com, guys. Calibrate.com sponsors this live every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Great site, a lot of good products on there. Check it out. A great way to support the channel. Okay, we got toolkits, we got all kinds of stuff that's every household needs. Okay, so come on in and check it out, or go to Calibrate.com and check it out, guys, to support the channel. Appreciate you. All right, so guys, come on in the chat, and I would love your feedback. The goals of these lives is to have more informal conversations with my audience, with anybody who chooses to listen, and not be so polished and everything like on the regular videos. Okay, this is not about being perfect here. This is about connecting and relating to you guys. So I love when you come in the chat, even if it's just to say hi, or how you doing, or drop your little 2 cents in there. If you hear my stool that I'm sitting on creaking, I need to get another stool. So sorry about that. If that bothers you, that hurts your ears and all that. But once again, guys, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay. So the title of the live is Plan A, Plan B, or Plan C. Can anybody tell me in the chat, why did I put Plan A, Plan B, or Plan C? Why did I put that? I'm going to give you maybe like 10 seconds to tell me in the chat. Okay. Tell me in the chat, why do you think I put Plan A, Plan B, or Plan C? Okay. Because everybody has their philosophy on life and how to plan and how to move toward their goals, right? But think about it though. If you have a Plan B or Plan C, do you really have a Plan A? Are you really putting your all into Plan A? My thoughts on that is that Plan B or Plan C should be connected, right, to Plan A. So there's really only one plan. It's only Plan A, right? A lot of times people want to do things. They see the shiny object out there. Tony Monday. I like that. Tony Monday, man, you sound like an Italian mobster. No disrespect, but I like that name, Tony Monday. Hey, Benjamin, how you doing, man? If one thing doesn't work out, move on to the next thing. I hear you, Benjamin. By the way, Benjamin is a student. He's a great welder, man. He's going to be certified in about a few days. Okay, the end of this week, the class where I instruct at as a welding instructor, they're graduating. So I want to give them a hand. So everybody, give them a digital hand for the class that's graduating this week. Okay. Tony Monday said we met at Target. Oh, okay, Tony. That's right. Yeah, I was handing out the cards there. Appreciate you, Tony, for taking me up on that, man. I'm for supporting a brother by coming on the live right here. I like that name, by the way. Is that your real name? Yeah, very good. Like those. Most people plan that way, but by having alternatives. Gotcha. Hey, Bruno, how you doing? Good to see you, Bruno. Thanks. Claudette's in the house. Options. That's right. I hear you, Claudette, on that. Tony Monday said, yes, sir. Yeah, gotcha. Appreciate you guys coming in. Well, let me jump right into it, guys. Like I said, I believe that you should only have one plan, right? You should only have one plan, because if your attention and focus is okay, if that doesn't work out, I'm gonna jump to this. If that doesn't work out, I'm gonna jump to that. Then you're already taking away the potential, some of the potential of what that first plan A, can be. So if you're not diving head first into your first plan, okay, I'm not saying to be foolish and everything. Look at yeah, have options, have alternatives. Okay. And sometimes we do switch around in life and we say, okay, I don't like that. There's a season where we must, try things out and see if we like it or not, right? But at some point, you have to decide and say, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is how I want to make my mark right here. Okay. I want to make my mark in this thing right here, and I'm going to make this happen no matter what. Until you come to that point in your mind and you say to yourself and you speak it out loud, you have not fully committed. You have not fully committed. And someone who is not fully committed cannot accomplish great things. That's just the law of whatever you want to call it. That's just the law, man. The law. You have to be fully committed to whatever you say you want to do, or whatever your desire or goals or plans are, in order for them to manifest in your life. It takes total focus. If you have plan B in the background, you got like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That's not going to work. Just like in a relationship, you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm not talking about just romantic relationships. I'm talking about your relationships with anything, like anything in life. You have to be totally, fully committed to what you just set out to do in order for that thing to manifest. I guarantee you, this will work. Right? It will definitely work. Martin, hey, how you doing, Martin Aldo? Congratulations to all the students and they're graduating from Reignite Hope. Trust me, it's a good program. Shout out to all the teachers. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Martin, for giving a shout out there. These guys, just to relate it back to the topic, all my students, and Claudette was one of them. Congratulations to her. She's certified as well. They said to themselves at one point, they said, I'm going to do this. My plan is to finish this program. I'm going to get certified. And they stuck it out. It didn't take long either, right? And when you stick out that little short period of time, you focus, you get to work on yourself and see what you're made of, you're going to be on the next level. And that's what this live is all about today, guys. I want to motivate you guys to stick to the plan. Don't drop off. It's easy to drop off because it gets hard or you get bored and all that stuff. That's a test right there. Remember, that is a test. Okay. And if you can stick something out, whatever that is in life, it will pay off in the end. Right. So if you go for the easy, fast stuff, right, it's easy to say, okay, I'm done. I don't like that. On to the next shiny object. And then you get bored of that thing. And then you move on to the next thing, you get bored of that thing. You never, at the end of the day, 15, 20 years pass by and you have accomplished nothing. You have not made your mark at all. I'm not saying make a mark, to impress others, but to make a mark for yourself as a sense of accomplishment, and also as a sense of service, right? To the broader community, to the world, if you want to go that big, because at the end of the day, we're all here to serve somebody, right? And I don't mean in a negative way, like, bend the knee to another man. No, never that. But to serve, to serve in one way or the other, in some form or fashion, whether it's your family, whether it's the broader community. Everybody has a struggle. Everybody has their own baggage. Everybody has, a purpose, right? Everybody has a purpose. If you see some injustices out there and you're not doing anything about it, guess what? You're a part of the reason that it's still there, because you're not doing anything about it. And it's not like it's going to disappear just because you did something, but because it lessens the impact, right? The power of these things in the world that are evil, by you doing something about it. Me being on YouTube talking about this, talking to you about this, trying to get your mind right, trying to get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? Get us in focused on the right things. That's part of me chipping away at what I feel is wrong in the world. Okay. That's part of my plan. Okay. And there's no other plan outside of that. I'm fully committed to this. Okay. And commitment is a beautiful thing. If you think about it, commitment is a beautiful thing. It's a tool. It's one of the best tools that you can use in your arsenal to become successful in life at whatever you feel you need to be successful at, or whatever your dreams are or goals are. And it doesn't mean you're comparing your dreams or goals to anybody else's. That's another trap too. We look around and we say, oh, they got this, they got that, they're doing this, they're doing that. And you get pulled away. You get pulled away at someone else's dreams. Their success doesn't mean that's your success. Okay. You can look at them and admire what they did to get where they are, but you don't have to copy them. Don't copy anybody. Be yourself authentically. Right. And if you're in the same field as them, if you're authentic, you're gonna express your creativity, artistry, skills, talents, intelligence in your own unique way. So you're not really copying them, okay? But you don't want to copy somebody just because they got a lot of money or they, whatever, because you find yourself very unhappy not being yourself, okay? But all this goes back to you have to have a plan. Now you have to have a plan, okay? You have to have a plan, guys. Even if you like write down. This is another trick to successful people use as well. Write down your goals. You've heard this a million times. I've done it in my past, and I've seen amazing things happen just because I wrote something down. Believe it or not, it works. It sounds crazy. I don't really know how it works myself, but I know that what I can surmise or what I can gather from writing stuff down is like it repeatedly your goals every day. And I haven't done it in a while, but I need to get back on that. It forces you to focus on it, right? It actually produces energy, I think. When you write down your goals, it produces some kind of energy that's not just in your head. You put it out on physical matter with a pen, and you're looking at it and you're repeating it, and it becomes part of your, I don't know, it does something. It creates patterns in the brain that allow you to focus on that thing, and just speaking things out loud. People talk about affirmations and all of that. And yeah, same thing. You're speaking it out loud. You're manifesting it in words, right? Of course, you got to follow all that up with action. You know what I mean? If you don't follow up what you write down with action or what you speak with action, you're just talking, right? Who cares? So action, to me, when people talk about praying and stuff, praying to God or whoever you pray to, the biggest prayer that you can offer is getting up and doing what you're supposed to do every day. That's a prayer. Your life is a prayer. Your actions speak volumes. Okay. So if you want something to happen in your life, you got to get up and take steps. The smallest steps count. The smallest steps, if you think about a molehill, like an anthill, it's all just grains of dust, millions and millions and zillions of grains of dust piled together to create that hill. And that's how it is with your life. Millions and millions and millions and zillions of habits we have, whether good or bad, manifesting what we experience now as our life, what we call our life right now. So if you're in a position where you're not satisfied, think about the habits you have. Think about that. Are you consistent in anything? At least one thing in your life? Consistent. Not just consistent in negative stuff, because most of us are consistent in sitting down watching TV all day, or being on the phone all day gossiping, or watching on the internet all day. That's a habit. Those are habits that add up cumulatively over time, exponentially. And then we look up and say, damn, what have I accomplished in the last 2 years? So we need to switch our consistency to something else. Better habits. Better habits equal better results. Simple and plain. You won't see the results right away, but who wants fast results, right? You should look for growth, right? Growth. The results are effects of your growth, right? I know me, myself, to be fully transparent, there are a lot of things about me I need to work on. I'm telling you right now, I'm not perfect. People have known me in my past. They can tell you, man, he was far from perfect, right? I'm not sitting up here like on some high horse here, but far from perfect, but I'm working on it, right? As long as you're working on something, working on yourself, you have a goal, right? And now that I said that, who said perfection is needed anyway? Who said that? Who drilled into your mind that you got to be perfect to do this or do that? You don't have to be perfect at all to do anything. That's a lie. That's a lie, okay? That's the lie of perfection. A lot of people don't execute their plans or get as far as they can be in their goal setting because that there's a demon. There's a demon out there that dwells within us. Okay, it's called perfectionism. It's trying to be perfect at everything, trying to look perfect, trying to speak perfect, trying to, it's people pleasing, all that, trying to be perfect, and you never accomplish anything. I've known people that had great ideas, They never executed on their ideas because they felt it wasn't good enough. And then you have the other person who their stuff wasn't perfect, but they acted on their ideas. They acted on it, right? And they're way far ahead, way further ahead than the person that said, okay, I got to tweak this. I got to tweak that. Oh, that doesn't look right. Okay, let me tweak this. Never getting from first base. Never. Because they're stuck in perfection. They're fighting the demon of perfectionism and they don't even know it. The demon of perfectionism will cripple your success, will cripple your plans, right? Will cause you to quit because you're getting burnt out because you think something has to be perfect. And, you're living in this fantasy land of perfectionism because everything in Hollywood and on the screen looks perfect. No, it's not perfect. Okay. When I get on the screen every day, I got to wash my face, all this. Oh man, I'm not perfect. I work today. I probably need to take a shower later. I mean, I'm dirty, but I come on there anyway because I'm not trying to be perfect, man. I ain't trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to connect with you guys. All right, let's see what. Very good life. So right, Tony, it helps to keep you on track too. Responding to Tony Monday. Claudette says, we are all a work in progress. Absolutely, Claudette. We're definitely a work in progress. But that's a beautiful thing that we're a work in progress. If we were not a work in progress, where's the challenge in life? Right? Where's the fun? The fun of this whole thing is like working stuff out, climbing the mountain, dealing with the negativity, the setbacks, the failures. All that stuff is beautiful, right? If you look at a work of art and you back up off of it and you say, man, that's some dark parts, that's some dark colors over there, some light colors over there, but they all come together to make that work of art, right? If you look at the outline of the mountains off in the distance, if it was all white, it wouldn't look as interesting, right? But you have the shadows, you have the overcast, you got the clouds, you got this and that, you got thunder and lightning off of all that stuff that would be considered dark, right? But the dark parts of our lives are actually what makes us beautiful. Did you know that? The dark parts of ourselves, the parts of ourselves that we cringe at, I'm not advocating like being a dark person or going out there and doing like dark stuff. I'm just saying all of that is part of us, all that's part of us, and we're works of art. Just like Claudette said, we're works in progress. And from a higher perspective, we are works of art. Okay. Very good life knows. Perfectionists are a lot of times procrastination. Yeah, that's a good one. Very good life knows. Procrastination, man. Man, that's the killer of all plans. That's the killer of all plans. If you talk about murder, what I'm saying? You talk about somebody. If you want to murder your success, procrastinate. We all do it at times, man. We all, if you want to kill your success, if you want to kill your dreams, procrastinate. Get distracted. And there's so many distractions out here. I feel for the little kids out here today, man. I feel for the young kids out here today with the internet, these cell phones, so much stuff on there you can get pulled into. It's like so much opportunity, right? With all this technology today, right in the palm of your hands. This thing right here is, I think, equivalent to what used to be a mainframe computer back in the day. The big computers that they had in the rooms, and they had to keep them cold in order for them to work. Well, all that's in here and even more in a phone. So imagine that. You could talk to somebody across the world with just text, whatever, right? All this opportunity right here. But this same phone right here is also a killer of success. And I guess that's just how it is. I mean, everything comes with its dark side, right? There's nothing in the world that comes with just only a good side. Everything comes with a dark side, right? And the trick, I guess, is to understand that and know how to deal with that appropriately, right? So if you don't have discipline, if you can't recognize when you're procrastinating too much, if you don't have that higher self to recognize when you're getting pulled away, okay, into the dark realms, then that's when, things start to go wrong in your life, if you want to call it wrong, okay? But eventually you'll get back on track, hopefully. Some people don't, but so in order to stay on track and stick to plan A and not get distracted by plan B or plan C or plan D or E or F, G, that's what's going to happen to people that are not focused, that are not committed. Because that thing that you're going after is going to test you. There's going to be a period where that thing that you're going after is going to say, I'm not going to give it to you now. I'm going to see how strong you are. I'm going to throw all kinds of stuff in the roadblock in your way to make you think that you're not worthy of this. I'm gonna make it hard for you, man. Stuff's gonna happen. People are gonna steal stuff from you, man. People are gonna talk about you, all that stuff. I'm gonna test you like that. If you stay faithful to me, then I'll bless you in many ways if you go through that path. It's called a dark night of the soul. Look that up, guys. The dark night of the soul. That's a term, what they call a parlance, that was used to represent that time in someone's life when everything goes wrong. They're like plunged into absolute darkness, where almost to the point where they got to cry out to their higher self, to God or whatever, for help, because they have to surrender, right? Because there's nowhere else to turn. Where all their demons come to the surface and challenge them. They have to look. We have to look in the mirror and see our dark self. Face it. Don't run from it. That's the dark night of the soul. You start a business and you're not getting sales or nothing. Nothing's going right. That's a test. Everything is a test. If you can get through that time, that's like going to a gym, man, working out. Life is a gym. You step in the gym and you get, or it's like you step in the ring, a boxing ring, and you're going to get hit, man. You're going to get hit. You may get knocked down. You may get knocked out. But if you can get up, then you're stronger, right? You're stronger for those experiences. Hey, Bruno said the story of Job is very powerful. Yeah. Yep. Story of Job is a very powerful one. It kind of, symbolizes what I'm talking about right here. He lost his kids, he lost his success. I mean, he lost his assets, his livestock, everything was taken away from him, but he still remained faithful to the Most High. And you can see, I'm not equating the Most High with your plan, but if you do believe in the Most High and your plan is about service, then that's the Most High's plan too, right? That's the Most High's plan for your life. And if you don't step into that, what are you doing? Just playing around here, right? I mean, people are dropping like flies left and right. What do you want to leave? Right? How do you want to leave your mark? How do you want to go out? I mean, I want to go out with a bang, like I did something important, not just for me, right? I ain't nobody. I'm just, doing what I feel I can do at this level right now, and hopefully more is given to me that I can impart to others, right? So yeah, guys, you got to stick to the plan, guys. What kind of plans do you have? Remember those dreams you had as a kid? Sometimes the dream could have just been, hey, I want to get out of my house. You know what I mean? I want to be free. That was something. That was and you made it happen. I want to be a astronaut or a fireman or this and that. And you went out and made it happen. And I don't want to make it seem like if you gave up on your dreams, sometimes you got to pivot. You see the landscape and you see where things are going, and you realize that your initial plan wasn't well thought out, and there was nothing wrong with that, because at that point you couldn't see the whole field. So now you pivoted into something else, right? You pivoted into something else. But once you pivot into something else that is going to work, because now you're able to look at the whole field, you have a broader understanding of what you're going after, and you committed yourself. Claudia said, writing it into existence. I missed that. Yeah, Claudia, writing things into existence. Absolutely. Speaking things into existence. Right? Once you see the whole field now and you said, okay, I'm committed now. I'm tired of, starting something and not finishing it. I've been doing that all my life. I want to do something new. New for myself. I want to stay committed to something, because that's the only thing that's going to bring fulfillment. It won't be another person. It won't be your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You know, a lot of people think that's going to bring fulfillment. That won't bring fulfillment. I'm telling you. They can add to your life. They can help you, just like you can help them. You can work together, but they will not fulfill you. It doesn't come from another person. It comes from you accomplishing your goals and giving it your all, you know, where you can say, hey, I put it all on the table while I was here. Or somebody says, oh man, yeah, he put it all on the table while he was here. He didn't leave nothing behind. You know, that's what you want to, that's how you want to approach things. You want to go after it. Like, you know, you want to go after it. So yeah, stick to your plan, guys. Whatever your plans are, they're important. You know, not just to you, but think of whatever your plan is in life. Think about how many people it's affecting. It could be affecting millions of people. You don't even know it. You think it's just all about you or your family. No, that gift you have or that talent you have could be affecting the world. It is affecting the world on a certain level, right? And you know, it's not about being famous or anything. It's just about being in alignment, with what you know you're meant to do. When you're on purpose, when you are on purpose, you are more at peace. You know that? Somebody who's not on purpose, everything distracts them. Everything gets to him. Oh, she broke up with me. Or he broke up with me. Or he's doing this. Because if that person or that thing is all, or that is all you're about, then you're already losing. Okay? You need to have a purpose that's between you and the Most High, you and God. Had nothing to do with nobody else, that you were put here for. And so if somebody leaves out of your life, somebody, you know, hurts you or whatever, it won't sting as much because you got a bigger thing going on. That's pushing you. And that thing will never leave you. You'll leave it though. You'll leave it first before it leaves you. A lot of us is giving up on things, right? But, you know, fortunately, there's always opportunities to start something, start to create new goals and set the course fresh for yourself. I don't care how old you are, right? Don't let anybody lie to you. It's not an age thing. It's just about a mindset thing, right? Set the course for yourself. Like I said, the welding students, I'm a welding instructor, among other things that I do. Students come in there and most of them stick to it. They stick with it and they get through the program, focused and all of that, right? And they also have support. It's good to have some support in your life so you don't feel like you're out there all alone, right? So the people in your life, you got to choose carefully too, because they can be distractions as well. Even your own family, right? Your own family, your own blood could be your distraction, you know, if they're not on the same page, right? So if if they're not on the same page and they're not your husband and wife, sometimes you got to give them 50 feet, meaning, hey, you got to back up a little bit, right? And if you are in a relationship, you know, and try to work on getting on the same page, man. Getting on the same page, because you can't be going this way and they're going that way. If you back up and look at the trajectory of that, you're gonna be way over here and they're gonna be way over there. Or if you stay together and you're not on the same page, guess what? You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. All right. So we gotta be smart about where we are in life, and sometimes it means breaking away from situations that are not serving our purpose. Because is it really, because when you say it's your purpose, really not your purpose. It's a higher purpose, and we're not serving that purpose. Then we are violating a certain law of the universe, and there's consequences for that. Right? There's consequences for that. I'm not talking about man's law, and some of the consequences could be just you're never at peace at all. You're not at peace. You're only at peace when you're in your purpose, man. I'm telling you. All right. So plan B or C needs to be X'd out. That's my philosophy on that. There's no plan B or C unless plan B or C is contributing to plan A in some form or fashion. Then it all becomes just plan A, right? Different aspects of plan A, All right. So let's just say, hey, you start a business, but you got to work a 9 to 5 to pay the bills, or you got to go out there and get a job or something. You can consider that as plan A still, because you're using that job to feed you or your family, pay the bills, and some of that money could be coming and helping you build your business, right? That's how you got to look at things. And if you're smart, you'll get a job in the field closely related to your first plan, your plan A. That's how you want to operate in life. You want to be strategic. Strategy that's what it's all about. Strategy, thinking first before you make moves. How am I going to do this, right? How am I going to do this? How can I, if I need to go out there and get a 9 to 5, how can I make sure that 9 to 5 is closely related to my number one goal, right? Where everything is congruent, everything is in alignment, right? So that's what it's all about. Sit down and strategize. Say, hey, okay, if I make this move, if I move out of this state, is that going to help me financially? If it does, man, do what you got to do. If you're just doing it based on some other stuff that's not going to help you because you're just bored or something, and the opportunity is still right here where you are, you may want to rethink that and get out of your feelings. Okay, get out of your feelings and think about what you need to do. Okay, a lot of us are victims of our own feelings. Feelings get you messed up. You can't operate. There's a place for them. Don't get me wrong. But if you operate straight off emotions, then you're like a ship or a boat in a raging storm on the ocean with no anchor. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to sink at some point because those waves are going to come crashing down because you have no anchor. You have no anchor. Relationships, Very Good Life says, relationships, friendships require teamwork, encouragement, and understanding of the goals. Absolutely. If you go to any well-run business corporation, they have meetings, right? And they talk about what needs to be done every Monday or whenever they have meetings. So everybody can be on the same page, right? Everybody could be on the same page as far as the goals of the company and all of that. You got to have teamwork. It's all about teamwork. If you got somebody in your life and they're not helping you in some form or fashion, they're hurting you, man. I'm telling you. I know it's a hard truth, but it's they're hurting you in some kind of way, right? If you're not helping them, and that could just mean them learning from you, right? You know, but if you're having the same conversations day in and day out, and there's no growth, you're not talking about higher things, right? Things on a higher level. How to get there, struggles. You know, I got a acquaintance of mine. Most of the time we talk, yeah, there's some kidding around and all that stuff, but most of the time it's about entrepreneurship and business, about mindset, you know. And they live in another state and all that stuff. They're not even here. I don't hang around a lot of people just for that reason. I don't need all the distractions, man. Right? And you don't either if you want to get where you want to get. And you know what? When people get that vibe from you, they fall away. They leave because they feel that, hey, this person, I can't be around them because they're giving off like success vibes. I want to stay over here and smoke weed and you know, drink and you know, talk about what happened at the club last night, you know, and all that. Okay, you know, that's fine, but you're over there. I'll be over here. You know, I did all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm past that now. You know, now it's a whole different ball game I'm in. I gotta, you know, I can't be distracted. I gotta be prepared for what's coming at me, man. Because the higher your goals are, the more stuff is gonna come at you, right? The more stuff's gonna come at you in terms of distraction, in terms of challenges, in terms of this and that. And you got to be strong. You got to be strong and able to better able to handle it, okay, and take those blows that you're gonna get, that you're gonna sustain from life and from the pursuit of success. It's like stepping into the boxing ring, stepping into the gladiator pit. You know, that's what it's about. And you got to be prepared. You can't be distracted by the BS because you get taken out, period. You know? Wow. So, guys, what do you think? Am I right? Give me a yes in the comments. Give me a thumbs up in the comments. And don't forget to like like the live, guys, and subscribe to the channel. And for anybody who's watching the replay as well, it really helps to support the channel and get this content out. Every now and then I do mindset stuff. I know the channel's about tools and stuff and all that, but I kind of find a strange relationship to the mindset stuff and what this channel is about. I think tools are what I'm talking about right now. Is tools, using the right tools to get, to build something, right? Yeah, using the right tools, mental tools, emotional tools, psychological tools, whatever you want to call it, to be able to build something sustainable, something that will last, something that you can hand down to your, we talk about generational wealth, right? Handing down assets, handing down land, but the true generational wealth is handing down mindsets to the future generations. Because without the mindsets, you're going to lose the land. You're going to lose all this physical stuff. You won't know how to handle the money because your mindset's wrong. You're out there getting distracted. You're not focused. So generational wealth, in my opinion, is a product of a mindset. So you hand down the right mindsets, all the other kinds of wealth will come. So, and that doesn't cost anything, guys. We can teach the kids in our community. We can teach our own kids these principles. Have them read the right books. Have discussions with them. Don't just let them just hang out. Don't let them tell you what to do. You make them learn. You make them listen, whether they want to listen or not. You are the parent, and you show authority, right? Use your authority as a parent to guide your kids in the right ways. So they can guide their kids in the right ways. And, that's what generational wealth is. Teaching them about finances, teaching them about how to have good relationships, how to choose the right people to be around, how to make the right choices. Warn them about what's out there in the world waiting for them, okay? A lot of times we send our kids out here totally unprepared about what's waiting for them out there in the world, which I think is sad. You got to tell them, hey, it's a lot of evil out here in this world, okay? And we can get into that, and I'm not going to get into all of that, but what I'm talking about here, that they're going to have to confront, right? The world is we think it's changed, but a lot of stuff is still around, and you got to have a plan for them. They have to have a plan. They got to know how to plan themselves, and we got to teach them how to plan so they can be safe and have a somewhat prosperous and peaceful life. And we got to teach them how to build. That's why I teach you guys about tools and all that stuff. Because I want you to go out there, and if you got a piece of land, you can build your own house, man. You can build your own structure, whatever you need to, right? You don't have to depend on others. Self-sufficiency is one of the greatest gifts you can give someone else. Don't just give a man a fish, teach him how to fish. Right? And that's what this channel is all about, especially my people, my community. Learn how to build. That's what it's all about. That's one of the main goals of this channel. When I first conceived of it, I was like, okay, what are some of my pet peeves? What bothers me mostly in life about what I see around me and what I wish was there? And I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to be part of that change myself in whatever small way I can. Okay, that's what I said to myself. I'm going to be something. I'm going to represent something that you don't see a lot because it's needed, not because of my ego, but because it's needed, right? And it's very much needed in this environment that we live in today. And that's why I do what I do. So that's part of my plan. So guys, I appreciate you guys coming on in. I hope you got something out of this. If you really want to support me and the channel, please go to calibrate.com, purchase some of the products we have on there. Okay. And sign up for the email list. I send a newsletter out every Tuesday, every 7th, first of the month, every month, I should say. Okay. And talks about house, home improvement tips, gardening tips, all that good stuff. Okay. And I feel we need to get back to basics. So check it out. Go to calibrate.com. Check it out if you want support. And I'm going to give my shout outs right now. Thank you, Paragirl Life Notes, once again, always supporting here. Tony Monday. I'm not going to forget that name. Tony Monday, come on back, man. Come on back. Appreciate you. Benjamin Perez, how you doing, Ben? I'll see you in class. Like I said, Ben's about to get his certification. Congratulations to you, man, for sticking it out. He's a good dude. Okay. Bruno, that's my man right there. Okay. Bruno, another student. Congratulations. He got a certification, welding certification, I think in the last class. He's out there doing big things. Claudette McCoy as well. She's out there doing big things as well. You know, she's a top-notch florist. Okay. LA Floral Creations. If you want anything done floral-wise, Claudette is the person for that. Okay. Unmatched. Okay. She also got a certification. Did I tell you guys that? Tony Monday again. Paragon Life knows. Bruno going down the list. Martin, that's my man right there. Martin's a good dude. He's a hustler, man. He's out there getting his. I think he started his own business after class. He's another former student of mine. So I want to say congratulations to you, Martin. Give you a shout out. And anybody else? Reno, that's my man, Reno. Hey, Reno, how you doing, man? Let me ask you something, Reno. I was on checking some stuff online. They got this bodybuilder from the Bahamas, man. This dude is huge, about 6'3". His name is I don't remember his first name, but his last name is Stubbs. Massive brother. Dude about 6'3". He's a bodybuilder. I think he's a pilot as well. Yeah, he's a pilot from the Bahamas. You related to that dude, man? Mr. Stubbs, thanks for coming in, man, and gracing us with your presence. Joe Stubbs, I think that's his name. Yeah, Joe Stubbs, man. That dude is a behemoth. Yeah. Very good life says Father's Day is coming up. Great gifts. Yeah, guys, Father's Day is coming up. So we got some great products on the site to give as gifts to your father, to your dad. Toolkits. We got a great multi-tool. I think the next that's your cousin? That's your Joe Stubbs is your cousin? Man, I don't want to. Are you as big as Joe Stubbs, man? I wouldn't want to meet that guy in the alley. I'll tell you that. I mean, I have to take him down and all, but I'm just saying I wouldn't want that to happen to him. Just messing with you. Claudette says, thank you, Dylan. Great talk. Thank you, Claudette. Thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure when you come through. Yeah. So anyway, guys, it's been real, man. It's been real. Learn a trade. Teach your kids about the trades, man. It doesn't mean you can't go to college and learn, another kind of trade with a paper attached to it, like a degree. That's good too. I never knock college, right? But also I'm a staunch proponent of learning a trade because that's the only way you can build a community. You got to have people that know how to lay foundations, mix cement, frame a building, all that stuff. Weld, put stuff together, structural work. And then you can put everybody else. You can put the IT professionals in there. You can put the computer science in those buildings. You can put anybody who you want to run a city or run a town. Right? So you need those. That's why I push it, right? That's why I push it. And I think every kid should know how to do that. At least be able to build a brick wall to protect his house and his family. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? So guys, once again, I appreciate you. I'm gonna see you next time, okay? And maybe I'll start doing more lives. I'll think about it. My schedule is pretty stretched right now, but when it comes to serving you guys, that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. So as long as I'm here, that's what I'm about, okay? So you guys take care. Have a good one. Much love to you.